Today, we are pairing up Iron Gut with Healing Factor in 7 Days to Die Alpha 20. Now, we've got a lot of info to cover and no time to waste, so let's get to it. Recently, we took a closer look at the Healing Factor Perk and tested just how significant the food loss was by adding points into this perk and healing naturally. And we discovered that yes, the food drain caused by Healing Factor is significant. It definitely exacerbates the food loss issue. Exacerbate! Yay, I said it right this time!
So what do you want, a medal?
Once this video was published, I had several viewers ask about Iron Gut. Does the Iron Gut perk mitigate the food loss caused by Healing Factor? Well, today we are going to find out. So we're going to take a closer look at the Iron Gut perk and find out exactly how it impacts that food loss issue. For this round of tests, we're going to use the exact same process that we used to test Healing Factor level 5. So I have my character all leveled up, ready to go. Healing Factor is maxed out to level 5, and I have enough points to max out Iron Gut. We're gonna trigger 2 bleeds on our character and wait until Healing Factor completely restores our lost health. Then we'll take a look at our stats and see just how much food we use to heal our character. Then we'll bump it up to level 1 Iron Gut. Repeat the process all the way up to level 5 Iron Gut. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is once again time to hurt myself repeatedly.
This is really gonna hurt.
And stare at a wall for hours. Let's get to it. First up, we have to set our baseline. So this is Healing Factor all the way to level 5 and Iron Gut at level 0, which means no points into Iron Gut. Our max food and health levels are 123. So let's go ahead and trigger our bleeds. And once the bleeding stops, it drops our health down to 43. So we've got 80 points of health to recover. Now we wait and let Healing Factor do its thing.
A few moments later.
Once our health is back to full, we will check our stats, and as you see, our food is sitting at 32. So that's 80 points of HP recovered for 91 food, giving us an HP to food ratio of 87.9%. With our baseline set, let's recover our stats and move on to Iron Gut level 1. Our food level is back to full. Let's go ahead and bump Iron Gut up to level 1, and we will repeat the experiment. Let's trigger our 2 bleeds, and once the bleeding has stopped, our health is once again at 43. And now we wait.
A few minutes later.
Once Healing Factor has gotten our health all the way back to full, we'll check our stats, and you see our food is once again at 32. So again, 80 points of health recovery for 91 food gives us an HP to food ratio of 87.9%. It's time for Iron Gut level 2. Well, level 1 didn't mitigate anything, but again, you gotta keep in mind Iron Gut level 1 only gives you a 5% reduction in that food loss. So maybe that percentage is just too small to impact our food loss. Let's see what happens at level 2. Our food level is back to full. Let's go ahead and bump Iron Gut up to level 2. We will trigger our 2 bleeds and wait for the bleeding to stop. And this time our HP is sitting at 44. So once again, we wait.
6.5 hours later.
Health is back to full. Let's check our stats, and our food is sitting at 33. So that's 79 points of HP recovered for 90 food, giving us an 87.8% HP to food ratio. That is almost exactly the same results from our baseline as well as our level 1 test. So let's reset for level 3 and continue the experiment. You know, when people ask me what I do with my day, I can honestly say that I never thought my answer to that question would be repeatedly hurt myself and stare at a wall for hours on end.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Our character is reset and ready for the next step in this experiment. So let's go ahead and bump Iron Gut up to level 3. We will trigger our 2 bleeds, and after the bleeding stops, our HP is once again sitting at 44. Nothing to do now but wait.
3 days later.
Once fully healed, we'll check our stats, and our food is sitting at 33. Once again, that's 79 points of HP restored for 90 food, or an 87.8% HP to food ratio. I'm starting to see a pattern here, folks. Let's reset for Iron Gut level 4. Stats are back to full. Let's bump Iron Gut up to level 4. There we go. Let's trigger our 2 bleeds and wait for the bleeding to stop. This time around, our health is sitting at 43. So once again, let's wait.
3 weeks later.
Once our character is fully healed up, we'll check our stats here, and our food is sitting at 32. So again, 80 points of HP restored for 91 food, giving us an 87.9% HP to food ratio. Almost the exact same results from all of the previous tests. This wall. I can't stand staring at this wall anymore. I need a break. Thanks, Arlene. Bye. I feel better. Well, let's reset for level 5 and finish this bad boy off, although I think we know what the results are going to be. Character stats are back to full. Let's bump Iron Gut up to level 5, and we'll conduct our last experiment. So we'll trigger our 2 bleeds and wait till the bleeding stops. Once again, our health is at 43. Now we just sit back and wait as Healing Factor does its thing. Once our health is back to full, we will check our stats.
1 eternity later.
We are fully healed up, so let's check our stats, and our food level is sitting at 32. That's 80 points of HP restored for 91 food, or an 87.9% HP to food ratio. Exactly the same results. Starting to sound like a broken record here, folks. So what have we learned today? Well, Healing Factor does help restore health, but it is at a pretty significant cost in food loss. And unfortunately, it seems that Iron Gut does not impact that food loss at all. It appears that in 7 days to die, restoring health naturally does not count as physical exertion, meaning that the percentage reduction in food loss that you get by putting points into Iron Gut will not help to mitigate the food loss caused by using Healing Factor. So if you're planning on pairing Healing Factor with Iron Gut in order to mitigate the food drain from healing, that will not work. Are Healing Factor and Iron Gut the power duo that we were hoping for? Unfortunately, no. Some rather interesting results to today's experiments, ladies and gentlemen. But now I'd like to know what you all think. Were you surprised that Iron Gut does not mitigate the food loss from Healing Factor? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to check out some more 7 Days to Die Alpha 20 attribute and perk videos, I've created a very special playlist that you can access by clicking the box in the top right corner of the screen. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, Arlene.